Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully there will be a finale, a final episode of Michelle Stuck in Peru fairly soon. Many of you may have seen my post from yesterday, excuse me, that I went to the embassy. It took me a half an hour by taxi to get there. I stood in line for 7 hours and then got back, so it took 8 hours and I was exhausted. Oh my goodness, it was just a really long day. It was very hot. We were mostly in the sun. I think that it was good that I went though, because other people who had gone to the embassy and did what I did, some people were able to get in on a flight, that day from standby, and others who did not but stayed were given flights like within 2 days. So I think I did all that I can do really at this point to try to improve my chances on a flight. There will be flights. There are 2 today. I believe there's 1 tomorrow and 1 on Monday. And then after that, they are telling us to shelter in place and until further notice, and that they're working on getting more flights. When I met with the woman from the council, she said that they're talking to different nonprofit organizations and that the problem now is restrictions from the US government, the Peruvian government, and the availability of commercial airlines. So United was flying, United and American Airlines both were being chartered for these flights. By the way, some people asked me if they were free flights, and no, they're not. It's $1,000, estimated $1,000 per person from here to Miami or Washington Dulles. And right now they're only flying to Washington Dulles. They're no longer flying to Miami. So this woman yesterday said that they're doing their best to get a hold of nonprofit organizations and to find other options and alternatives to get people out. So I arrived at 7 a.m. even though the embassy opened at 10, but some people, our curfew ends at 5 a.m. and some people arrived right after that. I think they stayed at the hotel across the street so they could be there like at 5:05. And the first 20 people in line were the ones who were able to get on a flight yesterday for standby. It was estimated that between 600 and 700 of us were in line. I'm not sure how far back I was. I couldn't see the front of the line. Whenever I asked the people who were working there as they walked up and down the line, whenever I got a chance to ask a question, I did. And I asked how many Americans do they have registered who are still here wanting to get back, and no one gave me an exact answer. The only thing I heard was a lot, more than they expected. Some people were still enrolling, like yes, just a lot. They felt overwhelmed. The workers looked tired, lots of volunteers. So anyway, after they told us that the flight was full, which was probably around noon, then they told us that if we stayed, we would have the opportunity to talk to someone from the embassy, and that we would be able to meet with them before we left as long as we stayed. So I asked, is there a benefit to me staying? Like, is there a chance I might get out sooner? And the woman said yes. She said she couldn't promise anything. She shook her head yes. And she said that had happened with people in the past. The problem here, I think, is that there's still many people trying to get out, probably a couple thousand, and they are giving the seats to the people who need them the most. So in line, there were still some elderly people. Thank goodness they don't make the elderly people wait in line. A couple people with walkers, so they take them to a tent, give them water, and they get to stay out of the heat. And I saw many children, some as young as like 2. So they'll get seats before I will. So up until a couple days ago, I was hearing the embassy, and in their emails to us, they were saying, don't worry, no one will be left behind. We'll get everyone. We will stay here until the last person goes home. And 2 days ago, they changed their email, they changed their tune. So I asked about that, and they said, yes, that's correct. That's what they thought, that's what they expected, but that things have been changing, restrictions are going into place, and so now they no longer can honor that. So that's disappointing. If I don't get out tomorrow or Monday, then I will go ahead. I have rent paid here until the 18th of April, and I can shelter in place. That's what they're recommending, that we shelter in place and I'll make the best of it, and I will be fine. So whatever it is, it is. I still have hope that I will be able to get on a flight tomorrow or Monday, and I do think it was good that I went down there. If I'm able to get on the flight for tomorrow, I'm supposed to get an email tonight after 6, so if I do, I'll post it so everyone knows. If you don't hear from me, I didn't get an email. And then if not tomorrow, then hopefully Monday, and if not Monday, this series of updates from Michelle will continue. But I'd really rather do a finale, just so you know. Today I went to the grocery store because of the new rules. Men are allowed to go out of the house Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Women Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So it's my day to be able to go out. And I don't need necessarily a lot of food. However, if I don't get on a flight tomorrow, no one's allowed to leave their house on Sunday. And Monday, men are only allowed. So that means that I had to get enough food to last at least until Tuesday. And it's kind of strange, but I understand that they're doing it in Panama and it's working, and the reason they're doing it here is to lower or reduce the amount of people who are out in public being able to, you know, spread the disease. So the numbers here are still good. I actually haven't looked recently. I think I heard that the deaths now are around 60, 65, and that the cases are around 1,500. The president of Peru gets on TV every single day at noon and gives an update, and he said that the numbers are slowing down. The cases are not increasing rapidly anymore. However, they're not slowing down to the degree that they want, and as of right now, until Easter, all of the restrictions are in place, but they will be extended if for some reason they cannot be, you know, their numbers do not look good still, or they cannot slow it down. Some people have messaged me and asked me how the healthcare and medical system is here, and they do not have the ability that if there's a large outbreak to handle it. Well, I don't think they do in the United States or most places. It looks to me like Germany is doing a great job. But here, if they do have a large outbreak, there will be a lot of people who will die because of the fact that they don't have the number of ventilators and what's required to be able to, you know, help in this case. So what else was I going to say about just today when I went to the grocery store, I ended up getting in line, and it was 3 sides around the building, and it's a huge grocery store, and I'll post the pictures, and it's a huge building. I don't know how many people were in front of me because we were all 1 to 2 meters apart, but I would say could be 100 people in front of me. The line went pretty quickly. Probably I stood in line maybe just a half an hour to get into the store, and then I took a loaf of bread to a senior citizen man and dropped it off at his place, which made me feel good, and he was very appreciative. So that was a highlight of my day, something that made me smile. So, the other thing I want to mention is that I posted on my wall today that this evening tonight at 10:45 Eastern Time is a worldwide meditation with 1 million+ people. So if you would like to join us, that would be great. I'm on Central Time, so it's 9:45 my time this evening. So if you want any information, you can look at the Holistic Harmony Clarkston group site, or it's on my page today. So I hope all of you are doing well. Thank you again for everything, all of the support that I'm getting and all of the prayers from everyone. I know that that helps, and I hope all of you are doing well. I hope you're safe. I hope you are with your family or able to be in touch with your family, and stay healthy, please. And tomorrow I will post again, unless I'm on a plane. Well, if I'm on a plane, I'll just be posting on the plane. So anyway, cheers, and take care. Bye for now.